Hello and welcome to yet another edition of Experience Sessions right here on indigomusic.com. I'm Rohit, and joining me right now is an artist, and I absolutely love her music. I love her voice. I'm talking about Alex Kate. Welcome to indigomusic.com.
Oh, thank you, Rohit. It's so wonderful to be here.
Uh, First of all, I want to know your journey. When did you start with music? How did it all happen?
Well, I'm actually quite new to the game. Although I used to work in music and the business side and then took a bit of a break, but I'm a product of COVID and decided to, like a lot of us, to live our dreams. And so started my first EP, recorded it in November 2020 and started releasing it. And so it's just been a journey of finding my voice and, working with different people. And it's amazing. It's the best and worst thing I've ever done. Because, you're pouring your heart and soul out there, but I wouldn't take it or change it for anything.
And so there's no regrets in, in the whole thing. There's no regrets.
No, there's no regrets. And I don't want to get to a stage where I'm sort of in my 80s on my rocking chair and thinking, I wish I'd tried. And I just love writing. It's always been something I've done. I'll be sort of in the car and suddenly get an idea and have to sort of pull to the side and sing it into my phone. So I'm so grateful that I get to share my songs now.
Fantastic. And every artist has a dream collaboration, right? Who's that for you?
Oh, wow. I would love to collaborate with Chris Martin. That would be so fun.
Just Chris Martin or the entire band?
The entire band would be fabulous. Yeah, okay. Coldplay would be fabulous. Also, I don't know if you've heard of this artist, but he's called Michael Kiwanuka. And he's someone that I've been following his journey. He's quite big in the UK. He won a Mercury Award. And his album, Kiwanuka, I would love to write an album as good as that. It's sort of symphonic. There's beautiful orchestration. And because I kind of feel like I won't stick to a certain genre. Like I love each EP will just take a different flavor because I don't like to be put into a box. But so I was classically trained and kind of played flute in orchestras and was singing in operas when I was little, when I was sort of 17, 18. And so I'd love to bring that kind of element in sometime. I don't know, but we'll see.
What about rap or hip hop? Because I am a huge fan of Stormzy and H, they're from UK. So what about that? Have you ever thought about?
That would be hilarious. I don't know how it could work, but if I could work with Stormzy, that would be insane.
Right. Now let's talk about your track. It's called, a lot of tracks come in and never have I come up with this particular, it's called Not a Clue.
Yes.
Give me a little bit of clue as to what it is.
So last summer, I basically was hanging out with a friend and he decided to tell me that he liked me more than a friend. No. And it was one of those situations where you're like, we had a really good friendship and there were so many beautiful memories, but I just didn't know how I felt. And there was one night where we were hanging out and just chatting. And the next day I just had to almost, like, music is my process. I get to process my emotions. And so I walked around this Hyde Park in London and just sang that phrase, I don't have a clue what I feel about you. And that I couldn't get that out of my head. And then I just wrote the song beginning to end, all the lyrics. I write my songs very, very quickly. And then I just sing the melody into my phone and then that's done. And then the hard part is finding how it should be created, like the instrumentation and the production. That takes a while. But it was one of those fun ones where I worked with Daniel Newcomb, who's just this amazing producer who I've worked with a few tracks. And we just had this feeling that it needed to be happy, even though it was like, I don't know how I feel.
Right.
And so wanted that kind of like funk, a little bit groovy, adds the saxophone in. So brought in a great saxophonist. So yeah, it's kind of song of confusion, which I think is probably the story of my love life. But hopefully fun and vibey for people too.
Yeah, fantastic. And I really thought someone else jumped in on the call when you started singing, because that was totally amazing. Like when you just get that one line, I thought someone else came in on the call and started singing. But yeah, it was, I mean, the song sounds beautiful. And of course, looking forward to much more releases. Anything planned for 2023? Maybe a single?
Yeah, next week. You know? I've got a song out next week. I'll send it to you guys. It's called High Club. Also a song that I wrote. I actually wrote it just before a date. Again, it was really quickly. I built the track. I do a lot of my own production and then bring a much better producer in to make it way better. It's actually a happy song. It's about feeling high on love. So, but yeah, I love that one.
Looking forward to that. Yeah, looking forward to that. And of course, we're going to be playing it on air, including this track, Not a Clue. Alex, thank you so much for connecting. Thank you so much for taking some time out. It was fun having this chat with you, and we'll again connect when you release a brand new track.
Thank you so much, Rohit. It was so lovely to meet you.
It was lovely to meet you too. Thank you so much, Alex. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.